Hi there from Rise and Joy with Rakshita Turning Point. It's it's a delightful morning, early morning. It's almost 6:15 and I'm dressed up completely. This happens only on certain occasions, festivals or maybe my off day or when I'm full to the brim with certain ideas. And the later is today. I am full of ideas. As a coach, I want to give and share all those ideas. So let's begin with the number one resolution of New Year. It's still 5.5 months to go. But then what if we work on it now? Okay, any time when you decide that time is right. Now is our time, right? Present. And if we work steadily, yes, we can reach the number one resolution by most of the world people. And that is nothing but, any guesses? No, not losing weight. No, not telling the truth all the time. What else? You ran out. I guess hardly few people do this exercise, and among the 10% who do, 1% try to do it for a month or so, going for gym, maybe starting a job, dressing up well. This minor and major New Year resolutions. But among the long list, what tops is how to get up early in the morning. And that's really my favorite topic because I'm an early riser. And it's not just that, from school time or so, the early morning is very good for all the thoughts or memory or any other practices. But frankly, it's the no excuse time. Meaning, if I'm busy the whole day or even if I'm idling along, okay, I I'll continue to laze or I'll continue to get distracted by friends, certain visits, or this phone or social media nowadays. But if I decide something to start for myself, early morning is the best time. So why the clarity of what would you do in the early morning will help you. So I just gave you three of my pointers, right? Like for my me time, for no excuse, and for brighter ideas to share and begin action on. I prefer waking up early mornings. And sometimes, I'm not so dressed up. I'm in my shabby wear, my the home clothes which I prefer, the nightwear, or even for that matter, sometimes yes, t-shirt and pajamas, or yes, at a certain times a cotton sari also. It doesn't matter because people are very very fastidious nowadays about the clothes, about how they present themselves, etc. But believe me, first be yourself, be happy, be comfortable, and that early morning, have something which you like. Yes, a glass of water in the beginning, whatever temperature you like, we say as coaches, but frankly, a little warmer than lukewarm, like the room temperature, is preferred all the year round. I have my green black oolong tea at this time usually. It helps to relax. It helps to uh, the caffeine is a nutrient for the brain and it helps to focus mentally, awaken me bit by bit, I would say. Because yes, our metabolism slowly develops, and it's awesome that if you are doing certain things in a discipline which you like, with the what clear in your mind, okay, then how becomes easy. And this how means how would you get up? So many responsibilities, the blah 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 excuses that you have. Well, this is where I'd like to introduce myself towards the end. I'm a mother of two. I'm 41 years young. My name is Rakshita Dharne Gupta. As my maiden name says, Dharne means thought. And I'm very proud to own that surname by birth. And yes, I would like to stand by it because uh, as per nature of the Dharnis, we are thinkers, we are witty, we are uh, we're thoughtful people. And yes, we are hardworking people too. My grandparents hail from the Perne district. It is, if you know about Ashtavinayak in Pune, then Ranjangaon Ganpati Fata. is quite famous, and Pene Fata is just one toll or fata ahead, and we still own some part of the land there. And as my hardworking father, who's traveled by cycle from there to his college every day. He was an orphan, by the way, so for him doing all this with the goal that his family shouldn't have to work hard so much, and then teaching us while growing up that you have to work hard for your goals, and there's nothing easy, is something which I call a true Brahmin. So I'm very proud to be the Deshista Brahmin, and I have a very focused, futuristic husband. I respect him a lot as an individual. He's had his turning points in his life, a harsh bringing up, I would say, because maybe he was not blessed with having both the parents at one place all the time. Father-in-law had a lot of relocations, and yes, it was a joint family and lot of strifes, I would say. So despite he having undergrad marks very less, he was a topper in his college in engineering, and I've seen him never looking back. So much focus, so much ambition, etc. But however, I hope he accepts one day that he did two great decisions. I would say one was, of course, to stand by his dream. His second dream, I would say, I regretfully say, because as a plan A, he's a wonderful chef, and we have promoted that in family. As plan B, he's an engineer and he's very good at his work. I guess he's passionate about his work, and responsible and sincere. But the second most important and good decision he did was he married me. It's then that he had this turning point in his life, and likewise, even I had my strifes. I used to be very active at sports. None of us realized that I was 10 kilos underweight all along, and I had chronic tonsillitis till the first 14 years of my life, and it was really painful. Any weather change, and I used to almost spit blood or have very hard time swallowing my saliva. And amidst all this, I was a topper and a merit holder, 15th rank in the undergrad, that is the junior college cutoff of 12th standard, which is also called higher secondary examination in our state. And that gave me the confidence. Whenever I'm low, if I could compete with 7.5 lakh students and stand 15th rank, then I can start anything from scratch. Yes, all of us coaches are a disaster when we start. We accept that totally, and I also unfortunately followed plan B. I think most of us have to do with the circumstances available, the finance, the parental opinion, and the push that they give us, because we feel that our parents know us better, they care about us a lot, they understand where we are good at, unfortunately, by the mark system. But not really. I am an engineer by education, and I respect that. I love my college dearly. I passed out from College of Engineering Pune. The regional college was now autonomous college as such, and we have an entrepreneurial hub too. So 10%, which is a big number, are entrepreneurs, and I'm proud today that as a second career, even I am an entrepreneur. I'm a fit mom entrepreneur, I would say, because I started this when my daughter was 2 years old. I used to be very active at sports. Long jump was my favorite, and because it's hardly any scope, especially after the district tournaments for me, because of lack of coaching, again funds, etc. I switched my games to throw ball, where I was very good too. We won 2 interstate, I very distinctly remember, for my college, and then I switched to basketball, which became my passion. I respected my sir so much, late Suresh Talwalkar sir and Ramesh Talwalkar sir. And even when I was placed in Mumbai for my first job, I used to practice basketball on weekends. That was my passion for 28 years of my life. So if I'm saying certain things as a coach, it is no experiment, it is through experience, and as representing sports quota in IT industry, as a early background of variation sports under guidance of very veteran coaches, and third that as homemade food, following all healthy practices and all. I saw that my father still underwent stress in his business and as a builder, and he was very overweight when he turned 50, and he had a massive heart attack just a month later, his 50th birthday, which was a turning point in itself for our family. But we saw that he had the will. By the way, my name is Rakshita, the protector, and during my birth too, he was for 18 months, he was in hospital. Uh, when my mom was 6 months pregnant, he was admitted to an hospital because of an acute case of typhoid, and it later degenerated to gangrene of intestine. So he has a cut of his transverse section of large intestine, 56 stitches, and I don't know how, miraculously he survived, and I was named Rakshita. Unnecessary responsibility on my shoulders, I would say. No, I was not reserved or uh, introvert because of the name, but I think by nature I was, and I only opened up in my college, I would say COEP. Thanks again for all the all-round development there. And uh, post that, it was never looking back in sports and health, because I saw my father struggle to lose 32 kg in 3 and solid mama's, healthy cooking, a lot of pre-nominations. We used to hate that my dad was unable to quit smoking. We just reduced, even now till date he needs his 3 cigars per day. It's really unacceptable, I would say. But we've seen a lot of changes and transformations in him, and for that, at least for the fitness discipline and willingness to stand by us as responsibility, etc. We respect him deeply, and we do. We are always around him for the care, etc. But coming back to the point, as early morning rising, great teachings, and a sound background of homemade foods, fresh foods, and an active sports variation workout background, I still suffered from pregnancy diabetes during my first pregnancy, and that was a jolt in my life, really a hard jolt, because an avid reader, I knew the implications. The doctors, of course, reinforced them that my daughter thankfully didn't have by birth type 1 diabetes, but she could have in the juvenile stage of till 5 years if her health was neglected, and she was just not gaining weight for the first 2 years. I mean, I had underwent a lovely pregnancy yoga thanks to Niramay Institute in Aurangabad, run by Dr. Mr. and Mrs. Jain Baride, and along with a lovely team of pediatricians, gynecologists, etc. So when I took all that pain of traveling to Aurangabad for 15 days and undergoing all that prenatal yoga and yet I faced pregnancy diabetes, you can imagine that a fighter in me aroused once again. And for 2 years I struggled searching for a solution, and here it was, okay, after in 2013 January, that I got it as a dual blessing. A company which is a very premium nutrition company. It offers supplements in plant-based and Herbalife nutrition. And yes, there are certain people who would oppose, even I would have, had I not probably underwent diabetic pregnancy, because I would have definitely boasted about my family's active sports background, my father being footballer. But somewhere in my mind, the logic triggered that if despite all that stress of a businessman and background of variation workouts as a footballer, and he still had faced a massive heart attack like I had a diabetic pregnancy. So it isn't really about where we stand now. It's what we can do in the future with what support and guidance. And here I was blessed to join Herbalife Nutrition with India's co-founder, none other than 3 diamond senior executive president team member, Mr. David Solomon. And if you see him, he was 48 when I joined. He's now 57, and what a figure! I mean, not just about his, three packs. I haven't seen his device. He's a very shy person, not the Salman guy to put off his shirt or t-shirt anyway. But the V-shape carving and the strength and fortitude and the discipline and the confidence of the international martial art champion he was by background. But the transformation in him as a sports person, as I said, martial arts guru and ardent student, to a and maintaining a form which inspires thousands, lakhs, and crores, being an Asia Pacific personal development trainer. Why it's personal development associated with health? Because it helps mind and soul. Okay, and it's very important that we as coaches help you fit in the jigsaw. So this is an introductory video. Thanks for watching. And yes, I did cover up a concept in the beginning, a lot of concepts actually of middle class background people, of people who are searching for solutions, health solutions, and of people who really are practical. But the most important point I said was why be an early riser and why start now? Now meaning not just today. Okay, today's date is irrelevant. As I would say, the moment you realize is the date or the now present time where you should grab the opportunity, take a decision, and connect with us. And believe me, we are going to open up a world which you have not seen yet. So, all the best in your journey of transformation and your, maybe 3 months to 6 months time to be an early riser, even if you aren't at all, even if you are that night shifter or nocturnal or whatever people call you, or you yourself think is the best time for you. Still, for your metabolism, for your digestive system, for your great thinking, for your me time, for your no excuse attitude, early morning is the best time, and we are here to help you get up early. All the best.